Oh my God, you're from Essex?
Yeah, I grew up in Essex and Enfield. Yeah.
Where in Essex?
I've lived in Southend, Westcliff, and Woodford, but a large part of my childhood was just across the border in Enfield, EN3.
Okay, I went college in Southend. I got kicked out, but I went college there.
In Southend?
Yeah.
I know the college you mean.
Yeah, I went there.
I've done gigs there. Look at that. That spotlight going out is a metaphor for your music. Have we had a full power cut?
Dun, 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 dun. You can't see me. The time is now. Dun, 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 dun. Woo!
Hiya.
I hate this show.
Oh man, how are you, Jordy? Russell.
How you doing? I was supposed to be a goalkeeper apparently. But Nick Grimshaw's the one I get the most.
Always, man.
That's who I thought you thought I was.
No.
Yeah, he didn't think you booked him.
Is it what?
Can I tell you what
I would
happened?
never have a goalkeeper on the show.
No, can I tell you what happened, honestly? So I do watch, I see your clips come up and stuff, and I was watching, what was I watching? The one where you wound up Leaf for Bizzle. You know the guy who looked like he played Dungeons and Dragons, but MC'd like that.
Who was that? Was that Cruz Leon?
I know.
Was he actually an MC or was it?
Don't look like he plays Dungeons and Dragons.
No, he had the glasses on. But
Max.
Oh, Max Kadar.
Yeah,
It's Max
MC
Kadar.
who had
Yeah.
a fight with the other host, him.
Yeah.
So he sounded bad, but he looked like he could know his prime numbers.
Oh, I don't know my prime numbers.
You know, Russell scared me actually because you put a story up saying that we're filming tomorrow.
Which I thought, so this is what happened, right? So I put that.
I was like, what's going on here?
I put that story up saying because it was originally in my diary by mistake for the next day, and then I got a phone call saying, "We need to reschedule," and I was like, he thinks he's booked Nick Grimshaw. He's only just realised that I'm not Nick Grimshaw.
No, man.
I thought I'll never hear from him again, and then it got rescheduled. I was like, get in.
No, I checked my mirrors, man.
By the way, I thought we had a goalkeeper today.
No.
So I got you this for no reason.
Oh, thank you, man. And I've got this already. I actually wore this at my Jammer's party if you check your mirrors. But big up the goalkeepers that we're trying to bring on. You lot want tea, coffee? You lot good?
Why are there two boxing assistants?
So basically, you know what? Yeah, obviously, you do a lot of stand-up.
Yeah.
One of my dreams, and I'm thinking about doing stand-up in 2025.
I would have thought you would have done loads of it already.
No, I ain't done one.
Really?
Actually, I tried years ago, but it was one of the worst things ever. I had to delete from my memory.
Got you.
But this would be my entrance. What do you think?
Yeah, it's good. It's throwback to another era.
Yeah.
Oh, Essex and North, by the way.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, so
Oh, I don't think I've ever told anyone from Essex on this show, have I?
You're from Essex now, man.
Yeah, from Essex now.
yeah, so I've lived in Southend. I've lived in Woodford. I lived in Westcliff, but I did a lot of my childhood in Enfield, EN3.
So why did you move around? Did you go boarding school or something?
Where did I move? What?
Did you go boarding school?
Why did you
Essex.
move around?
Yeah, why did you move around?
That was when I was older.
Okay.
So, but most of my childhood was
Yeah.
in Enfield, EN3, North London. Shout out.
So you must know Steve-O the Madman then?
No.
Oh,
Must
my
know who?
God. Steve-O the Madman.
No, who's that?
He's like the mayor of Enfield.
Yeah, he's the mayor of Enfield, man.
It's Enfield's. It was always rough, but it was good for me. More Blades than a Wesley Snipes franchise.
Oh, Steve-O looks like Blade.
Is Wesley Snipes alive, by the way?
Of course he's
Yeah, of
alive.
course
He
is.
looks
He's
terrible.
a vampire. He doesn't die.
He's terrible.
You crazy?
I don't
Blade.
see him in like he doesn't turn up to nothing though.
No, he's
He hasn't
knackered.
got a podcast.
Knackered.
He has to sleep upside down.
Knackered.
Just like Critical. Oh my days, man. We got a friend called Critical that we want to try and bring on this new set, but we have to film outside.
Why?
Oh. You've actually got a critical situation yourself.
Hold on.
Basically, it's basically
It's critical smell or something.
no. It's basically like how do we say this, Jordy?
Tell him.
His hats have got like big waistline size.
He's got a big hat on.
He's got a big head,
He's got a
basically.
big
He's a
head,
man a
basically.
beef eater.
Yeah, that's weird.
And he's saying you've got a big head.
No, I didn't say that.
That's what you said?
No, I didn't say
Oh,
that.
if my head is large.
Look that way, let me see.
It is.
No, you're right.
No, I have to put my fade artificially tight in here.
Your head's tall, though.
Otherwise, I have a bulging cranium at the back. You know, like those ones in Star Wars that played the flute. That's what my head shape is.
Your head's tall.
It's a lot.
I don't think it's big.
Listen,
It suits you.
I had to find so many ways to make girls like me. My brain grew
I like
while I was
it.
rehearsing it.
I like it.
Because I'm 5'10", 75
You're
kilograms.
5'10"?
He's not 5'10".
That's all I am is 5'10", 75 kilos. So I have to add an extra 6.5 inches in banter.
Did you actually measure and weigh yourself, by the way? If you do that, by the way, that's a stinker.
Why?
Just why? Why are you like measuring how tall you are? To tell what mommy's on a dating site? What are you telling me? Why?
I don't know.
I don't know if I'm 5'8", 5'9", or 5'10".
No, you're 5'8".
I'm not 5'8".
So I said, why are you angry at that?
Someone said they were 5'8" and I was taller than them. So I'm about 5'11".
No, you're 5'9" then.
What are you?
I'm 6 foot.
The British average is 5'9".
Why are you shaking your head? You're not even on camera.
The reason I know I'm 5'10" is because I do so many stupid programs where I have to go for a medical to get insured.
Medical?
Yeah, well, they'll have to check your weight. Because of my...
What are you doing? Takeshi's Castle or something?
No, because of my age. If I want to do a survival program or something...
Oh, I'm a celeb in that.
Anything like that. I did a survival program for the BBC and they will make sure you're not going to die, basically.
What's the worst show you've ever done?
Do you know what? I went on the Royal Variety Show and I found that really difficult because I was like, Harry Styles was on after me and there was some band on before me. It's all just posh people that don't know who you are and you just get kicked out before One Direction or whoever was on.
That's my dream, but I would definitely bottle it, man.
But do you know what? Like I'm an improviser. So when I go on, the first 20 minutes, I just like ADHD magpie, whatever's going on, I improvise around it. But with that particular show, they want to know your exact script because it's mega mainstream, the royal family's in. So I had this joke that I opened with, which was, what an honour to be back on stage at the Royal Variety Show. I can't believe I'm back here. And everyone's like, this man's never done it before. And the punchline was that my mum used to clean the theatre, right? That was supposed to be the joke. And I'll never forget what my mum said, just clean that dressing room, we could do the toilets next. And everywhere I previewed it, it got a laugh. Then I went on at the Royal Variety and did that. And then my mum cleaned it, and it was just silence. And what happened was, they were so posh, they just thought, he probably was the cleaner.
No.
They took it as fact.
That's what I can't. That's one of my worries about doing stand up for the first time ever. You know, in 2025, is if I say a joke that I think is funny and it's landed properly, they have to laugh or I'm gonna get upset.
Yeah.
And now it's gonna be a brawl.
Yeah, but you're gonna get angry as opposed to upset. Like you'll start lashing out.
Yeah, you have to laugh, especially if I'm on stage and I've dropped it. That's why I feel like stand up it's a difficult skill, man, to do.
So after about the 10th year, what you learn is
the 10th year,
you learn to perform that moment.
Testimonial.
So if something happens, like I went on stage in South End, 1,600 seat, and there's a woman on stage when I walked on going like drunk on stage. You deal with that, and I'm just about to like chuck her off or roast her, and she goes, "I'm dying of cancer. I want my moment," to 1,600 people.
Oh my!
So now you got a woman.
God.
Wow! Right, you haven't established yourself with a joke. You not coming off the back of any authority. You got a woman that just said she's got cancer to 1,600 people, and you're like, and like that puts the brakes on. So when you're new, you're like, but when you're experienced, you perform it. You lean into it. You go, "I got cancer. Come here, give a cuddle." You lean into that emotion, and it's the same if you were on stage and a joke didn't work. You got to explore that gap, not get angry, not throw your toys out like a toddler. You explore that.
It's
gap.
Jordy's fault if it doesn't work. You know that already. You want to sit here? You want to sit here, Philly? You sure? Yeah, come sit here, man. That's fine.
Please don't sit near me. No, my wife's tracking me on about 8 monitors at the moment.
Oh, you married?
My heart rate tracker is like beep. Pump.
What is that? What is that?
You got your own captain's armband.
Tracker. I just don't wear it here because.
I thought you said your wife put it on you as a
no,
tracker.
I'm
Man. That'd be sick, man. That would be sick. You married, yeah?
Yeah. I've been married 10 years.
Oh, so I'm still the longest. I'm not really married, am I?
Yeah, probably you're married now. Honestly,
it's ending now. That's how. To be honest, that's why I was a bit late.
He's a divorcee.
We're moving. Basically, my family are moving to Dubai, but I'm staying here, and I'm absolutely.
When you say your
delighted.
family, do you mean your wife and your kids?
Yeah.
Your wife and kids are moving to Dubai, but you're staying here.
Yeah, of course. I think it's class.
Where is the worst place you've done it?
Well, that would be on that. That would be on that survival show because I'd never dug a hole in the forest before. But so for Stupid Man's smartphone, they dumped me in 5 different continents, and I had to survive using just my smartphone. So I was allowed to ask for tips. I was allowed to watch YouTube to work out how to light a fire or build a shelter.
So whilst you had to work all this out, you were thinking about doing it.
Well, after a few days, you're like, I'm going to need to do a dump, and so you have to dig what's called a bush toilet, and you have to dig a hole next to a tree so your back's got something to go against. But what you're not ready for it, I'm really sorry, you're going to have to hear this. A jet of wee comes out as you start to go. Like, no one warned you about that. I mean, it wasn't my finest.
So what did you use to wipe your bum?
You had loo roll and stuff like that.
What is that?
Bro, listen to me. I let the first one go.
What was that?
That's the second one you've done.
Second what?
Fart. He's farting, man.
And he's got you to sit next to him.
What is that? Yes. But, ladies, sorry. Ladies, you can go now. That's fine.
You're the first person I've seen flirt with their bum.
Bro, you're farting, bro.
What is that? No, hold on. Is that you, girls? Hold up.
Who are they?
I just saw them on the way here. They were in traffic.
Russell told us as he came in that he's always hot.
At night.
I sleep butt naked.
As soon as I go to sleep, so I have to have aircon even in the winter, like firing on me. In the summer, it's easy because all the hotels got their aircon on, but then the hotel switches the aircon on and I have to roast. And then my missus she's always freezing cold, so she has to sleep on like a heated blanket, like a kitten being kept alive at the vets. She has to sleep on something like that.
See, so having the aircon on or the fan on in the winter, I think it's criminal. It's too cold for that right now. It's way too cold.
I agree.
So I was at a hotel I was filming yesterday, and that hotel I had both windows wide open at -3 all night, and I recharged like a vampire. Like,
what?
Hardly any duvet, hardly any pillow, like full snipes.
But your body's hot.
Yeah.
Your immune system must be Teflon.
I only know one other human being like it, my daughter. So she's inherited whatever crazy shit.
What is that? That is something.
Just boiling hot syndrome. BHS.
BHS is a shop, right? Is that still a shop?
British
I haven't seen BHS in years.
Why am I thinking of DHS? What's DHS?
You're thinking of DFS.
Oh, you're right, I'm thinking of DFS. There's a lot of big stores from back in the day have gone, man.
Guys, top 3 gingers in the world.
What, people?
Yeah, not cats.
No, ginger nut. It could have been a biscuit.
Okay, yeah, that's fair.
Ginger cake.
Gingerbread man?
Yeah.
All right, sorry. Top 3 ginger people.
Ginger people. I'm going to go with...
Prince Harry.
Definitely. Prince Harry's up there on 1.
Anne Boleyn. Okay, do they have to be alive?
Anne Boleyn.
Anne Boleyn, Henry VIII's second wife.
How do you know? Who's Henry VIII?
Wait, what?
Yeah, no, I haven't seen it. I've never seen it. Don't act like you've seen Henry VIII.
Well, everyone's seen Henry VIII.
Is he black?
He's not black. Henry VIII, is he black? What the is happening, man?
Oh my God, he looks like Sean Dyche.
Sean Dyche is ginger.
He looks like Sean Dyche though.
Oh, he does look like Sean Dyche.
Yes, Henry VIII.
How come you don't remember what Henry VIII looks like? I deleted this face a long time ago.
Dude, you was never taught about Henry VIII?
No. Like Mona Lisa. Yeah, that would be my head all day. This is what I'm saying. Why is Mona Lisa in my brain, but not Henry VIII?
He was a bastard anyway. He went through 6 wives. He chopped the heads off a few of them. Oh, do you know his third wife, Anne of Cleves? So he just chopped the head off of Anne Boleyn because she couldn't give him a son. So he pretended she had an affair, then chopped her head off, even though she was a badass bitch and sexy, which is why I picked her. And
she's sexy, yeah?
His next wife was Anne of Cleves, and she was so minging he couldn't even bring himself to shag her. So I had to annul the marriage. Chopped the head off the next one. Next one died in childbirth. Then the last one nursed him to death.
We got to throw Angry Ginger in there.
Angry Ginger's top 3 ginger.
Yeah.
He's not done what Ed Sheeran's done or Paul Scholes.
Oh, Ella Hughes. Do you know who Ella Hughes is?
No.
She's a star, but like she's someone I used to like.
It's his favourite. They write letters to each other.
Do you know what? I'm not very loyal with. I don't know the name of my.
You have to store. You know Henry VIII, but you don't know stars. Come on, man. That's crazy.
Yeah, but he's married 10 years though.
I've been married 21 years.
Yeah, but he's been married 10 years.
Henry VIII. I would watch.
There probably is Henry VIII. You know.
Imagine that. I prithee, take the head off. I prithee.
And then speaking of schools, we had some great news.
What happened?
Donald Trump has made Linda McMahon head of school educations in America. Now, I don't remember, is it Linda or Stephanie? Was it Stephanie? It's Linda. I don't remember Linda McMahon doing any sort of phonics.
Do you know Vince McMahon?
In
Yeah.
WWE.
So Linda McMahon's the wife.
Are you winding me up? Is he seriously made
This is serious.
No, Donald Trump and Linda McMahon are good friends.
Really?
Yes.
Donald Trump was in like WWE for a bit. But that's crazy. It's like, imagine like, I don't know, you bring me on stage tomorrow and we perform together and I become Prime Minister and I make you head of history because of Henry VIII or whatever.
We'd get a lot of votes. We'd get a lot of votes. Oh, do you know there's a YouTube video with some conspiracy theorists set with doing a side-by-side screen saying that I'm actually an actor who plays Rishi Sunak.
You?
Yeah. So I'm part of a conspiracy theory where I'm secretly Rishi Sunak.
You've got a lot of
lookalikes. It's a
Yeah,
nightmare.
what the hell?
That's good. Yeah, you do.
So
David Ginola.
Me and my wife, yeah, we've been to see. Oh, what have we been to see? Something really straight out Compton at the cinema of all things.
Oh, you cannot go and watch that.
We got drunk. It's a documentary, right? And we were kissing, and we were waiting in the rain for a taxi, and a girl came up to us and went, "What's this?" And then she went, "What do you mean? What is it?" And she went, "My brother came out because of you, and here you are kissing a woman," thinking I'm Nick Grimshaw who's gay. But anyway, my wife, I went to answer, and she went, "Number one, it's not who you think it is, and number two, what business is it of yours, whether he's gay or straight?"
That's actually true.
We'll look back in anger, champagne supernova.
That's actually because what you're saying now, or what she's saying, is Nick Grimshaw's not allowed to not be gay anymore.
That's happened to me twice. Where I've been with a girl and someone's gone, "What are you doing?"
Because you're Nick Grimshaw.
Yeah.
Sorry, man.
Do you know what? I don't like lookalikes though.
Have you got any lookalikes?
Ty from AFTV. But I got it. I was playing them in a charity match last week, and all the crowd was shouting, "That's Ty," and that really irritated me. You know what I mean? Do you know what it is? I think your lookalike has to be a good-looking man.
Well, who do I get? I get what's the guy that sang "Just Give Me the Night"? George Benson. I look like George Benson.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah,
you do. That's a tune as well. Just give me the night. So today, yeah. Sorry, man. Sorry, you know what though? Today I did my first ever school run in how many years now?
What?
Yeah, 20 years now.
She's going to school.
She went to school because obviously in Dubai she's gonna go to school, so it's like the warm up.
He's a homeschooler, by the way.
So my kids are homeschooled.
How many kids you got?
I got 3.
Really?
Yeah.
What sort of ages you reckon?
So I've got a 20-year-old, 8-year-old, and a prick.
Yeah.
I don't know how old he is because he looks like he's about 30. The guy's got a built-in moustache.
hates his son.
Yeah, I can't stand my son. He's 4. I can't stand him.
It's got a moustache already.
He's got a moustache ready. The way we just walked past each other this morning as well. No good morning, nothing. And I asked him, I said, "Oh, do you want breakfast?" He said, "No." And then his mum asked him. He said, "Yep." I was like, "Yeah, this guy's you're a hater, man."
Oh my
Can't stand my son, man. But
Oh my
yeah, so I was asked to do the school run. And wow, man. Wow.
Oh yeah, yeah. I know exactly where you're going.
Where am I going? I didn't know school runs were like that.
I've done school runs before, and you see,
Yeah, I mean, I didn't know that.
It's mostly females.
Yeah, all the mums are ready to go gym straight after they,
Yeah.
drop their kids off. And I was like, okay, interesting. But what was good was obviously, parents, when they see a new parent, it's like they call you in and there's this little chat for 1 hour. Oh, so who's your child? And you tell them, and then we're just there chatting, and I'm just like, oh my God. Because I did this with Janae. Obviously, my oldest is 20. I did this with her when she was like 7, 8 years old. And then I forgot all about that. There's little meetings. They talk about teachers. They talk about other kids.
facts.
You know what I mean?
There's a lot of shoulders looking to be cried on.
Like, remember in school when if you did something mad, like throw a pencil at the teacher, like say you threw a pencil at the teacher and you went to the headmaster's office. The kids in their class will tell their parents. Their parents all chat about you in the playground. Did you know that?
Yeah, I knew that.
No, as a kid though.
Yeah, I knew that.
How did you know?
Because one time we were playing like piggy in the middle of a boy's hat, and I put too much fizz in my throat, and it hit the roof.
And it stayed there.
Yeah, so I heard the parent chatting about me the next morning, like with gusto too. She hated me, man. Sorry, Sev. His name was Sev. Sorry, Sev.
So my daughter's 9, so she's just starting to cringe and get embarrassed about me. And it was a bit. I thought it'd be funny, so I went to school with a T-shirt.
Oh, no.
With "I love hot mums" written on it.
Oh,
Thinking, because I should have put "I love one hot mum."
Oh,
I put,
no.
"I love hot mums," and as I was walking along, a lot of the mums are going, "Thanks for the shout out."
Oh no. Oi. By the way, guys, Mike.
By the way, he's got a big ass, so these things happen. He can squeeze.
But you know what? Before you arrived, I thought I heard a fart noise earlier, but I wasn't sure. I knew it.
Oh my
I knew it.
What the is that?
I knew it.
Bro, move, man. Stop pushing.
I just feel like, what the hell is this?
I think it's a stress poo.
What's that?
Stress poo.
Yeah, it's a stress poo,
Oh,
so
like
you
when-
squeeze it. And this is obviously the fart. The fart.
By the way, speaking of stress poos and farts, did you lot see Mike Tyson's bum?
Yeah, I like that.
Why is he wearing that?
It was the timing, the way it was the flirty reveal. I'm gonna kill that mother.
Why is it? And if he's wearing that around you, would you tell him off or?
I think it's class. I think we should all wear that.
Yeah.
I think sometimes, your bum needs air sometimes. We need convertible boxes or something from that side. You know what I'm trying to say?
No, sometimes you just wear big trunks.
But I just didn't, it's the start for me. It's, I love you, the kiss on the neck, the turn, and then the bum cheeks out. What's going on?
He's done a lot of mushrooms,
Yeah.
hasn't he? You have to have done a certain quantity of mushrooms to express love and have your ass out before a boxing match.
100%. Because I was worried I was worried for Jake, thinking, wow, you're fighting Mike Tyson. If he catches you, you're gone. But then when I saw that, I was like, oh, they're going to wrestle. It's a wrestling match.
Why did he wear that? Honestly,
Do you think he knew?
that he's got his arse out.
Yeah. Because Tyson doesn't look like he's aware of anything.
The comic timing of the turn was too much. It was an intentional bum reveal, that. It was.
I used to love that though. Moonies. We used to call it Moonies.
Yeah.
Just, Greg, boom.
What did you think of that fight then? That's one sport I do actually watch now and again. Boxing.
I didn't watch that fight.
Do you know what?
I didn't.
I was mad because I came in, it was on a Friday at first. I was thinking, why is the fight on a Friday night? And I came in from a birthday party or something, and I thought, let me just stay up. And I was peed off that when it finished, it was broad daylight, and I had to go sleep when the kids were waking up. So it was actually a waste of time. But when I'm hearing the money they're getting, but me and you get in the ring tomorrow and do that.
But it was like,
and I saw my bum as well.
It was like they were pretending though. Like it was like he was scared to hurt him.
I think that was in the clause probably. Would you fight Mike Tyson for 20 mil?
Yeah, but obviously he won't hit you.
No, if he was like that, yeah, because I might not be the strongest, but I'm fast. So you got to catch me, ain't you?
Is that what you're telling Mike Tyson? Yeah.
And I'd have to put a lot of weight.
Have you seen him on stage?
Yeah.
He runs up and he's up and down.
This thing,
Yeah.
I'll do between 500 and 800 calories in a show.
Is that a lot?
Yeah, 500.
What?
Yeah,
Yeah.
a man burns 2,000 calories in a day if he's lucky, and I burn an additional 800 just from the.
In a set.
All right, let me ask you this, because I'm like that as well. When I'm on the phone, I have to move. Can you actually stand still though?
No, I struggle with it. Like
Okay,
this is for me is a bit more unnatural with my legs. Like, like in Nutty Professor, he's changing back to being fat. My body just wants to start moving like one bit at a time. I'm very, very energetic.
I'm the
Always
same.
been like it.
Who is your favourite comics coming up?
Well, the problem when you ask that, it's like asking a musician their favourite musicians coming up. You never heard of them. There's some obscure dude they've heard on an open mic.
Go on, I know what you're going
corner.
to say. You're going to say Asterix.
And but
Is that a comic? What?
Beano.
Beano. I'm a Beano. B-A-N-O with a big exclamation mark.
Bro, I'm not talking about comic books.
What are you talking about?
Comedians.
Oh, they call them comics. I didn't know that. I thought they called comedians.
Pretending.
Oh,
Sorry, man.
Respect you up.
Sorry, man.
Please
Sorry,
tell me.
bruv.
Please
Sorry.
tell me you're pretending. Please tell me.
Sorry, man.
That's
When you said comics.
It's probably Henry IX.
Like, what made you get into it? Did you see someone and think, oh, okay, I'm doing this?
I
or-
was just like you, just the funny one in the room. I'm not like I don't go home and write a show and everyone quotes. I watched an episode of this, and you were talking about, I think it might have been Vardy or something, that standing on stage and everyone knowing the words you've written and everyone reciting what you've said. I'm not that type of comedian. I'm just hand me a microphone, monetize my personality. Don't get me wrong, I've got some banging routines. I've got a shelf full of trophies, but I don't write my shows. I'll go, say today something outrageous happens. That would just be a bullet point. And then tonight I would say, right, this happened this afternoon. And I would find where the funny is. So for me, it was easy for me to come from my regular life and just for a dare one night do an open spot, as it's called, an amateur spot. And then I just drifted into it from there. I started winning all these competitions. I was like, what the this is... How have I never discovered what I'm born to do? But the thing is, when you grow up on a council estate, like, like posh kids, it's like living at Yo Sushi. Do you want to try trumpet? Yeah, I'll try some of that. And then dancing, no thank you. French, no thank you. What about travelling? Tuscany, yeah. Whereas you're not on that Yo Sushi tray as a kid. Your dad's like, move out when you're 16, I'll be in the shed. F*** off. Yeah. So you're not exposed to stuff. My dad, like, look at my hands, they're split. That's a proper job, boy. That was my dad, Dave, backward knuckles, silverback fur.
That's his dad, by the way.
That's my dad over there. Yeah.
Yeah, my dad was a right alpha male, and so it was never It's not that they were bad parents. They're just what my mum's cleaning a factory and my dad's putting insulation on the outside of pipes. It wasn't, shall we go to theatre, Quentin, at the weekend? It was like survive.
You got a big family?
No, not really. I've got one brother. My mum's got a lot of siblings. So I've got a lot of aunties and uncles. I've got 10.
Oh my!
I know.
Actually, I think I got about that too. To be fair,
And so I've got lots of cousins, but not many siblings.
you're the first white person I know with lots of cousins.
Yeah.
For some reason, white people have 2 cousins.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't even know how many cousins I've got.
Me neither. I got cousins with kids that are basically my cousins.
I think cousins should be wiped out. I don't think no one cares about cousins anymore. I don't think it matters anymore. My mum's sister's son.
Do you know, I might agree with you.
We're one of the only countries that you're allowed to legally marry your cousin. It's illegal in a lot of places, but in our country, you can marry your first cousin. Don't you think that's messed up?
Have you ever thought about? Like,
No.
Have you ever thought about?
What about your mum's sister's son?
Nope, never been close.
Have you played mums and dads with your cousins?
No. I don't think I've ever played mums and dads. What is that game?
Have you played mums and dads? You play mums and dads. You're
What's
my
mums
age.
and dads?
Mums and dads when you pretend to be a mum, I pretend to be a dad. Your
And
whole
what's
house, we go shopping. We push the trolley around the house.
All
and
right.
you hold my hand.
So who did you play mums and dads with? Only child?
My cousins.
Your cousin was the mum
Yeah,
and you was the dad.
yeah, yeah.
So what were you doing?
It's imagination.
Yeah.
What did you imagine?
Imagine that I'm doing. I just imagine that I'm going shopping. It was always shopping.
Oh, okay. It's just domestic activities. What else did you lot play? Did you fiddle around with Conkers?
That didn't make sense. That game, Conkers. No.
What?
Where you throwing it? Throwing it where? What, you mean the Conkers on a drain? Because we did Conkers on a drain as well.
What's Conkers on the
Marbles
drain?
Conkers.
Yeah, conkers were on a string.
Yes.
So you would hold your conker on a string, and I'd have to try and hit yours and break it.
Oh no, man!
And
We
then
just
the
done.
toughest conker won.
We just threw ours, man.
What? So who could throw the furthest conker?
Yeah. But I used to see Conkers spin in the air when you know that guy's got techie.
Yeah.
I don't remember the strings.
You don't remember Conkers on the string?
No.
That was the game.
That was combat conkers. You did distance conkers.
Drain marbles.
Yeah, drain marbles.
What was that again?
You just hit your marble along with your finger, and then if you're unlucky, it could go down the drain, or you could knock the big marble out of the way. You sometimes get to keep the cooler marbles.
I don't think I played that one.
But do you know what I played, which kept me out of having a girlfriend for longer than it should?
Go on.
It was something called Dungeons and Dragons. Have you even heard of it?
There's so many versions of Dungeons and Dragons.
It's where you sit. It's not. It's like it gets this bad rep. It's a board game. It's just a board game. You sit round, you roll dice, you move your thingy around, but it's got like a hyper nerd reputation.
Yeah,
So once I
does.
got out of school, that was it.
I remember in fact, my favorite game to play, and again, these were games we used to play on the streets, by the way.
Okay.
Runouts.
Oh.
Runouts was like hide and seek, right? No, I'm sure runouts is you count and you gotta hide somewhere, right? But it's like, because I remember I went to another area to hide. I remember that. I tried to be smart.
He was on a jet too.
I tried to be smart.
I tried to be
He got
smart.
on a bus.
King's Cross.
Oh, another ginger, knockdown ginger. We used to play. as
Why
well.
was it called Knockdown Ginger, by the way?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
No, but that I used to play.
But I thought it was Knockdown Ninja for a long time, by the way.
Yeah.
Because Ninja makes sense.
I had a fight with my boy because I knocked one door and it was his turn to knock the door, but he was saying, it's my go again. And it was a door with a dog. So he has to knock because I went first to be strategic. And we rocked. No, well, when we were fighting, I tried to throw his head into the door. I tried to throw his head into the door so it was a real knock so that we had to run after the fight.
Double knocking is the advanced version because you've already said we're here, so you're more or less going to definitely be caught on the second knock.
Have you ever like tried to knock and the door opens?
Yes.
Oh my God, and now you're stretching.
Yes.
I play football with the police every week. Like, you know what they do? You know what's happening to me now?
What?
Ask Dazza. I'm driving. Woo, woo, woo. Skid in front of me. Get out. Spags, why didn't you come on Sunday?
What?
Ask Dazza. Yeah.
They're pulling you over
'Cause I didn't-
to
I
say
played
why
football.
didn't you come football on
Yeah.
Sunday?
Yeah. By the way, I don't think Australia exists. What's your thoughts on that?
Well, I've toured it twice, so I've toured. I just did an Australian tour last year.
Okay, I'm gonna ask you this.
Brisbane, Melbourne, Sydney.
Was it strange?
Do you know what's strange about it? It's too similar to us. It's like when you go to America, it's different enough. You can go, right, this is different. I'm going to learn all the rules and shit. Same with anywhere else. But Australia's like us, but just slightly different. It's harder to find your feet, particularly with sense of humour. But it's a bit too happy for some people. You know, everyone's in a good mood the whole time and going to the beach. What did you stress today? Oh, my smoothie wasn't quite chilled enough. And it's not quite. It might not be too happy for some people.
So when you were performing, they even though they're in there happy, you don't think they got it or
No, you do. You just got to. Everywhere I go on tour, every space I enter, including today, I think about how can I. It's bad, really. How can I tailor who I am so I fit in better? Because that was how I survived where I was from. So whoever's in front of me, I become like them. Whoever's in front of me, I become like them as a survival mechanic. So I've learned that as a kid. Great for stand-up comedy. So you put me on stage in Guildford where everyone's like, "Oh, my hummus has finished, Quentin." I can use a different style of speech. You stick me comedy backyard in East End. Oh, Dave, Lee, Gary. I can hang out with them. So, of course, when I'm in Australia, within 48 hours, I've learnt, right, so you've got this joke about Brisbane. Melburnians find that funny. And they're like, oh, my God, how does he know this? Because I'm like a sponge wherever I enter. A chameleon, that would be my MC name.
Do you ever turn off then, like switch off? Or are you always on performance mode?
Well, I don't think I perform. I think I'm like you, right?
yourself.
That's
I see that,
you
yeah.
are you plus a microphone.
Yeah.
Like bumps into you in Pret. It's just going to be a slightly toned down version.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. There's two types of comic. There's a type one, the brilliant writer who comes up with the viral routines that you quote to each other and remember. There's type two, what they call a kitchen comic. Just your mate who was funny in the kitchen, but one day picked up the mic as a dare. Now I'm traveling the world doing it. So it's easier for me to create material and shows, but harder for me to create that one line that everyone chants or appears in a T-shirt.
So what about, because obviously, you know, we're going there in January or possibly February. And I'm a bit
apprehensive.
Yeah, I don't trust it. Like, I don't trust this whole thing. What am I going to eat? That's what I'm worried about.
Their food's great. Now, that's one thing they're great.
What did you eat?
If you like, do you like steak and seafood and stuff like that?
I love steak. Steak leather. It's got to be very well done leather jacket.
But it is like, you know, like some sort of Amazon Prime series where everything's a bit too. Here's the perfect tuna. Here's the perfect coffee. Here's the perfect day.
That's why they're paid actors.
Yeah.
That's why I call them. No, but he's right though. That's why I call them paid actors, because the way they talk, the way they act, it's like it's too like perfect.
It's because the weather's too nice. You know, we're raised in the UK with miserable happy. That's our heartbeat, isn't it? Sometimes it's great.
That's true.
We're a nothing or lots culture, the UK. So we can't. You never at a party meet someone who's a medium amount of drunk. We're either not friendly, in the corner repressed, or let's go mental. They're your two options as a Brit. Where Australians are sort of existing in the middle, they're moderately emoting and having a good time, and they also the way they speak. They pronounce every single word clearly.
So what would you say I have to do when I get in Australia? What do I need to do?
You just have to be yourself, because they'll love you. They will. They're like, tell us what it's like back in the home country. Honestly, you'll love the whereabouts. It depends where you're going. It's a big country.
Sydney.
Oh, Sydney's amazing, mate.
Sydney.
It's
Did you see any kangaroos?
It's like someone got London and cleaned bits of
That's
it.
what I'm saying, because it's in London. I know the truth, but we'll get there.
He thinks the plane flies around the world and takes you back to South London.
Do you think the Earth is flat?
Yeah.
I thought you might.
You too, you as well.
No, I don't.
By the way, you asked me, you as well.
Just some of your comments would suggest.
Have you got a weird conspiracy theory?
Only Tyson and Jake Paul recently.
That's staged. That's definitely staged. 100%.
But there's this thing called Occam's razor. Have you heard of it?
Never.
Occam's razor. Like when you feel yourself being drawn into a conspiracy theory, you must ask the question: what's the most likely explanation for what I'm seeing?
Okay.
And 90% of the time, it's normally the answer. So what's more likely, that we live on a flat shelf, that we've been lied to and played films, or that the Earth's actually round? What's more likely?
I do that. I actually do that. I didn't know.
Occam's razor.
I didn't know it's a name for it, but I do that a lot.
What?
Occam's razor.
So that means you believe in sea monsters?
Like everyone's like, oh, Tupac got killed by da. Maybe he just got.
Yeah, see that stuff. I'm done with. I'm done with. There's too many versions of like even the King Von killing. I've watched different people say different things. I'm sorry.
Well, like,
he's gone. That's it. Leave
Tupac's in Cuba. No, he's
Leave
not.
it. He is.
He
is.
No, see.
There's an advert with Bob Marley,
Yes.
Tupac,
Henry VIII.
Elton John,
That's my guy.
but they're in Cuba. They do an advert, but they're proper old and no one clocks.
Advert for what?
Think about it though.
No way.
Think about it. Watch this. It's smart. I'm in charge of this world, right? And people are fake their deaths. Okay? So, Judy, you're a rapper, whatever, cool. You die tomorrow, yeah? And then,
Let's hope so.
in 30 years' time, I'll put you in an advert. Do you think my son's gonna give a damn or try and think, hold on, that's all it is. No one's gonna care.
Why would someone go to that effort to conceal Bob Marley, where he could have been making all this amazing music? Like, you know, why?
I think it's to open the door for Beres Hammond. You need to, like, if there's hold on, let me talk. You get rid of Tupac, you have Jay-Z. You get rid of Jay-Z, you get Lil Durk. You have to open. You can't have 4 or 5 guys at the top. I've clocked it. Do you believe in aliens, Russell?
Do I believe in
Aliens.
So, Occam's razor, right? Listen.
You see what I'm saying?
No, hold on.
We're all conspiracy theorists.
No. Let's play out the maths of the universe, right? So the universe is, if you believe in the Big Bang, it has been expanding for 14.5 billion years. The stars, when you look out, every single one of those stars is the same as our sun. And many of them have planets floating around them. All you need is to be in what's called the Goldilocks zone. Not too hot, not too cold, to have liquid water. In a billion stars with a billion planets, what's the mathematical likelihood that none of them have water? It's 0. There has to be water out there.
And where there's water, there's what? There's life.
Where there's water, there's life. So Occam's razor would say, of course, on the balance of probability, there's life out there somewhere. They're just so far away, they can't reach us because they're light years away.
Okay.
Do you know what a light year is? I've got to hear your explanation of a light
Buzz
year.
Lightyear. So Avatar. Hold on. Yeah, Buzz Lightyear is real. Toys are real. But Buzz Lightyear, not Buzz Lightyear, sorry. Avatar is called what?
What's Avatar called?
What's the writing on the bottom called in the film?
Subtitles.
Yeah, what's the Avatar called? What? The Way of Water, which means avatars are real.
It's almost mathematically impossible there's not other life out there. It's arrogant, in fact. It's human arrogance.
It's crazy. He believes in NWA, Ice Cube, and all those guys, Eazy-E, but he doesn't believe in Avatar. It doesn't make no sense.
What do you
believe
mean?
in gangs.
Hang on a second.
But you don't believe in Avatar.
You don't believe in Eazy-E?
No.
What?
No.
What are you talking about?
You don't believe in NWA?
Was you there? Prove it.
Transformers? Hold on a second. We need to work out how deep this goes.
What's Transformers?
You don't know what a Transformer is?
Is that
that's when a car turns into a robot.
Yeah, that came out in the cinema as well, isn't it?
Yeah. Do you think they're real?
No, but I think robots are real though.
Well, robots are real, obviously.
No, prove it.
What do you mean? Who do you think picked your Amazon parcel off the shelf? It's a little hand going. It's just a matter of time till those things have got AI built in.
Yeah. That is amazing. That leads on to my next question. Are you a shoulder shaker?
Listen, I'm a stand-up comedian on tour. Look at the forearm strength. Make your own conclusions.
The Fitbit. That's why the Fitbit's up there, man.
Have you ever risked it for a cracker?
Have I ever what?
Risked it for a cracker.
Does that mean when someone walks in on you? You mean?
Yeah, yeah.
So
he knows. He knows.
So what? So I've got two things about two things
You
about
got 4,
porn.
but you're taking 2 away.
Number one,
Yeah.
I think it's different if you're over a certain age because the porn wasn't so dangerously available. So we had to hunt for back in the day. So I had a bad argument with my dad when I was about 18. He wouldn't let me bring this girl into the house. And I was like, but why I'm paying a amount of money to live here because I'm working. I was working selling Rolex watches at the time legally, and he was like, "You don't owe nothing. It's my gaff." And I went, "I'm gonna move out tonight." So I moved in with my nan, who lived in a tiny housing association flat in an even worse part of Enfield than Brimsdown, if you can imagine that. And all I had was a box room. It was so small. My clothes had to hang on, stuck on hooks on the wall, like I was being haunted by my own. And then eventually, as I got past 18, 19 and personality became important, I started to pull these worldies. I started seeing this girl, about this much taller than me, this ex-model. She was this girl that was being scouted for modelling. Very sexual relationship. So I'm always horny the whole time. Anyway, one day I come in, no girlfriend, and I'm living at my nan's. It's 6 a.m. I'm thinking, surely it's safe. Couldn't even afford the internet at this point, so I was still on paper-based. Some of your younger viewers won't even know that is a thing. Mm-hmm. Anyway, so I had like a crescent in front of me, like a semicircle of, and I was towards the door, naked, because I come back from a
my
rave.
God,
So I
you
was
had
like,
a butt naked shoulder shake.
Came back from
6
a rave.
a.m. towards the door, and because I've been next to the speaker all night dancing, you know, if you go in a club, your ears are like,
Yeah.
So I think my nan was going, "Do you want a cup of tea?" Like, I couldn't hear her. "Do you want a cup of tea?" My grandma, Kate, look, fully open, and it was like I just made eye contact, like with my nan, and we were both thinking, "Please don't look down." And all she said was, she went, "I'm so sorry, love. I'm so sorry," and closed the door. Like, oh,
Don't be sorry.
That is
Your nan is class.
that is a Jacob's Cracker factory.
No, don't be sorry. Right, what is the next thing you say to your gran?
We never ever spoke about it.
Did she tell your
No,
parents?
it was never. It was
Nans
like
are the way forward,
we
man.
both went delete file, empty trash. Never happened.
Maybe that's something we should do in 2025. Everyone leave their parents' house and go sit at their nan's. You got freedom to do whatever you want.
And we had my nan had a TV. You had to put money in the back of it, so we would all take turns putting £1 in the rented TV, so we could watch TV and just get high at my nan. But no one ever got hurt. I didn't lose any friends. No, I never even got in a fight because we were in an old lady's flat between the ages of 17 and 21.
No, I'm telling you, man. Nans are the ones. Even when I'm watching all these American rappers.
You've never spoke to me about your nan.
Yeah, my nan's is different. Remember, she spat at me, so I ain't forgiven my nan.
Why?
It's basically part of our tradition, like, so she hasn't
What
seen
do
me
you
in
mean?
years. Yeah, so if my nan comes here now, part of tradition is to spit at you, and that spit.
What tradition?
It's basically about our culture. So that spit means you're covered.
Tell him.
What?
Tell him what culture.
It's our East African culture.
Got you. Do you know that you two have something in common?
What's that?
ADHD.
Well, there's that. But there's a lot of online controversy about your ages.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you older than me, by the way?
I'm always the oldest person in the room. Normally.
sure?
Yeah, I'm 49.
What?
I'm 49.
You're 49.
I'm 49.
Do you know what you've done just now? You've made me believe. I thought my career was done in 2 years.
I did 2 Ibifas this summer. I'm touring a show that finishes in December 25. 12% body fat, still putting muscle on.
Well, that's the thing. No one knew, they know now, but no one knew how old you lot are.
Yeah, but how come no one knew how old he was?
I don't know.
Because I lied.
About 15 years ago, I started doing something called biohacking, which is where you're trying to work out how to trick your body to age more slowly. The basics are diet and exercise. They're the basics. Anyone can do diet and exercise.
Steroids.
And then some little supplements and like that. Not steroids, because they will age you quicker. They will actually.
Oh, okay.
They will age you
I
quicker.
was WB, sorry.
As I started to think, people are starting to guess younger than I am. I did for a while just go with what was suggested. But then I'd be in a thing like this saying my real age. So of course I ended up, everyone going, what are you lying for? So now I just say I'm 49. I'm 50 in August.
So you need
50.
to stop lying.
No, lying is it's free. You ain't got to pay no money. Until they tax you on lies, you lie.
It's unusual, but I'm from Essex, so the orange don't crack.
What are you doing for your 50? Is your 50th on your mind as well? You're going to do like a big...
I'll go Ibiza probably. I went Ibiza twice this year. I'll go 3 times. So I just love dancing. I love dancing.
We're the same.
I just dance.
No, we're the same.
My wife's into R&B. I'm into house, so we do some R&B
we're the
stuff.
same.
We do some house stuff.
Oh my God, you are the same.
The same.
We went to see Max. We just got in a driving holiday. Went to see Maxwell in Memphis. Unreal.
Maxwell,
That's
the R&B
class.
singer.
Yeah, that's
in
class.
Memphis.
But why did you go?
And in
You're
the
a
middle,
house man.
in the middle was Jasmine Sullivan.
Oh!
And I thought Maxwell was great, but I thought I would not want to follow her. She was like, "Wah!" My hair was doing that.
Russell,
We were in the second
you're a
row.
bit black.
But there's a guy, the geezer that opened. Yeah, that's a compliment. The guy that opened, you probably haven't heard of. You need to check this guy. It's called October London. Have you heard of
Oh,
him?
yes. Yes.
He's just written this album called The Rebirth of Marvin.
No, he's
It's-
wicked.
It's like Marvin Gaye's spirit has jumped into some young geezer. And he's got a song like Coming Back to Matt. All the songs are about getting
Yeah, no, he's
laid.
wicked.
So when I send that track to my wife, she knows what's going on.
Your wife's Northern, by the way, right?
Yeah, she's from Manchester. They're always hungry. They love a fight.
What's your favourite Northern saying then?
Yeah, you make a better door than window.
Right.
That's when you're in the way of someone. If you sit in someone's way, they go, "You'd make a better door than window." Yeah.
Ah, got you. Oh, that is class.
But they have all like different words for it. So like a sandwich, like we would call like a bread roll. They call it a barm cake. They call an alleyway a ginnel. So sometimes I don't know what's going on. She's like, "I'll go down Ginnell and get me a barm cake."
Did she say tea? Like, what do you want for tea?
So what do you want for tea? Tea's a drink, isn't it? It's
Yes.
a hot drink in a saucer. And my father-in-law, I said, "Why don't you come over for dinner?" Turned up at lunchtime. Dinner means lunch. And then
I couldn't do it. I don't know, Russell, I couldn't do
The
it.
language is like Tudor. We go for barm cake in Ginnell. It's like, It is Henry VIII's language.
All right, top 3 Kanes.
Okay, we're gonna go Russell because he's here.
The wrestler was pretty iconic.
Oh, hold on. How do you remember Kane, the wrestler?
What do you mean?
How?
Didn't he hang out with Undertaker and all that?
Hang out. Yeah, no, you're right. He did.
Did you watch it?
My era
Yeah.
was just starting to stop, so I would watch Bret the Hitman Hart,
Okay.
Jimmy Superfly
Yep,
Snuka,
yep.
Andre the Giant.
So who's your favourite?
I like Brutus the Barber Beefcake. Jake the Snake Roberts was wicked.
I love Jake the Snake. You're talking his era now.
Yeah. So Jake the Snake, he would always come on with a python, but then there'd be a picture of a cobra. He went, maybe I'll hit you with this snake or this one that I don't have the balls to hold. And it would be like a picture. It's like, mate, you ain't even carrying it. You ain't going to hit me with
You know, we don't give Jake the Snake his credit because he really made Austin 316.
He did, didn't it? I remember that. That's when Austin was talking on the stage. Why
Yeah.
was there a stage there?
Because he won King of the Ring.
What happened to King of the Ring, man?
And I didn't mind Ultimate Warrior. Everyone's like, oh, he's no Hulk Hogan. But I liked Ultimate Warrior.
Ultimate Warrior worked.
Like he did that, didn't he?
What did you think of The Undertaker?
Yeah. And Paul Bearer.
I call it that's Paul Bearer's my guy.
Yeah. Yes.
You should tell him what Kane's doing, really.
Harry Kane.
No, Kane, the wrestler.
What, is he mayor?
He's a mayor and he's a Trump advocate. Like he's big on.
Really?
Yeah, he's big. He runs his town. He's called Glenn Jacobs. He's not Kane no more.
So watch this. Undertaker's fell off.
Why?
Because he's doing things with Genoa right now. He's going on podcasts. He's eating hot wings with chunks and that. And then Kane is mayor. Undertaker's fell off.
Yeah, but which would you rather be? Would you rather be mayor or eat wings with chunks?
I would be mayor because then I don't have to eat wings.
Most of them die of a heart attack when they're 50 because they take so many steroids. Very few. Most of them don't make old age.
I don't know how Brett's still going.
What? Why?
He looks. He was in Kentish Town
Brett who?
two years ago.
Oh.
Live.
Doing what?
You know the Dome in Kentish Town?
Yeah.
That's where he sold tickets.
To do what? Wrestle?
No, he was a podcast. But he didn't. No, you're not listening to me. The Dome in Tufnell Park, not O2.
I know.
The Dome, and you weren't there.
No.
Exactly.
I didn't
These
even
guys
know
are
about
falling
it.
off. They're all broke.
Well, this is a problem with any sport career. It's got a limited window. That's what I love about stand-up because people would pay money to see a 70-year-old man being angry about it. It could be very funny. If you think of some older comics like George Carlin, if Richard Pryor had lived, he would have made a great, miserable 80-year-old comedian. Great. There's no age limit. In fact, you could argue it's more an old man's game because the more you learn, the wiser you become.
So what is 80-year-old Russell Kane going to say? Are you going to be a miserable bastard?
I'm quite sort of mock angry on stage anyway, but I always thought I would be slowing down by now. If you'd have asked me 20 years ago, what will you be doing? I'd be like, I would have slowed down, but I'm not. I'm definitely sped up. So I think it's just going to finish with me firing Barocas out of my arse on stage at the Palladium.
Can we come to your next show?
Please.
Where is it?
Well, you should come to the South End show.
Oh, I'm coming there
It's not
too.
far from me.
Yeah.
I'm coming there too.
You don't live. You've moved out, so
my
don't
mum-
come.
my
You're
mum-
banned.
my
Are
mum's still-
you in London? Are you?
I'm in London, but my mum's still over in
Are
Essex.
you in South or North London or Central?
I'm in North.
North. Because I've got Watford coming up as well. The only reason, because I'm playing the London Palladium, it's a great
I'm not
gig.
going Watford. I'm coming Southend.
Yeah, well, you might see Elton John though.
You're into Elton John.
Well, no, what I said
I've
was...
never heard this before. It's raining men. That's Elton John.
No, that's not Elton John. Well, I mean, that is Elton John.
Yeah.
But
It's raining men.
what I said was, I've never done any drugs, but my white boys, Essex, they all love it, innit? But see me, I'm glamorous. So if Elton John offers, wow, that's crazy.
You was about to say,
Yeah.
if Elton John, what? I'd never heard you talk about Elton John.
Just for that one, guys, Southend.
Do you know who came to see me in Bromley last time? Kenny All-Star came to my show.
I was with him yesterday.
I was like fangirling so hard. So
I was with him
got
yesterday.
backstage with his missus.
Can you also the DJ?
He came.
Yeah.
He came to my Bromley
He goes
show.
to comedy shows.
He came to my show.
Why can't he go comedy?
I just Kenny also, you might have to come and sit down with me here. Why? What happened?
Why can't Kenny was talk on comedy
It
shows?
just doesn't seem like his thing.
Oh, 3 Gonzalez's.
Oh, okay.
Top 3 Gonzalez's.
Giant Gonzalez.
Who's that?
What?
Speedy.
My God.
Speedy Gonzalez.
Speedy Gonzalez.
Gonzalez.
Yes.
Obviously.
Best Gonzalez
And,
ever.
I don't want to say Lucho because he's not big enough.
There was a fit girl at work to my student union called Ella Gonzalez.
Ella Gonzalez, your top 3.
Because we got Ella Hughes as well, you know what I mean? By the way, every Ella I know is Leng.
That might be true.
Ella is only written on beautiful women. Oh man, what a beautiful episode of No Wool Show. You know what I like?
What do you like?
Every guest has been completely different, you know?
You should have Emmy Martinez, then Nick Grimshaw, just have 3 white blokes that all look the same, one after each other. And then cut the clips in.
I think you look more like Joey from Friends.
Joey.
No, Ross.
His name's Joey.
No, Ross.
His name's Joey.
He don't look like Joey. He looks like Ross.
Ross. David, you're thinking of David Schwimmer.
Oh, let me tell you.
It's not Joey. It's not Joey.
No, it's Ross.
Yeah, it's Ross.
People, that was the end of No Rules Show. We're going to make sure we go and watch Russell in
Southend.
Southend and possibly
year.
Watford next year. 100%.
Where can I get tickets? Sorry, where
Or
can I?
London. It's russellkane.co.uk. Head there. Sold out mostly for this year, but there's some tickets left for next year.
My pal, thank you for coming, man. I want to meet your nan.
Yeah, I wish. I'll see her soon.
Yeah, well, when we'll meet again, I'm living in our house upstairs. 100%, man. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Remember, there's no rules, and we'll see you soon.